try to decide whether to start my time or not. It's only 10 o'clock here in Central Time, and supposed to be zero point 0.8 miles up the road, somewhere on the right, in order to pick up at this place. And I don't want to start my 14-hour clock because I don't think I can throw on my hazards and drive it 3-4 miles an hour up there without causing a big old, I don't know, I might be able to do it, but if I accidentally set off my drive time trying to get that far up the road on the right, then I could also get a violation for not having a pre-trip on there and stuff. So I don't want to, I don't know. It's pretty much 4 hours away from my appointment time. I'm thinking, do I just wait till noon? Do I go now? I'm almost getting to that point where I'm going to need a bathroom and not to pee to do the other thing. And so if it gets down to where I need to use it, like right now, get down there, and then some of these places don't provide bathrooms for truck drivers at all. They don't even provide a porta potty. And so I think I've been to this place before. I think a few weeks ago when I had both the girls on the truck, I think this is the same place that I picked up at before, but I'm not sure because it says, it sounds like this is a place where I'm picking up like some sort of like antifreeze stuff, like it's a Pre-Stone something. It's called Pre-Stone Tralac, and they need a van or reefer. And I believe when I picked up over here before, like literally in this same area, it was I believe I picked up something that needed to be where I needed to run the reefer at freezing temperatures, I think. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. It's easy as a truck driver for all these loads and stuff to kind of blur together because we go so many places and do so many things that it's hard to keep it all straight sometimes. The places that we go to repeatedly a lot, you start to remember stuff, but places you've only been to like once before, it's really hard to remember for sure. But I do know that they have a dirt gravel like lot. It's kind of a mixture where they sent me to wait for until they gave me a door, like pretty much a mile the other side of where this place is at. So yeah, I just don't want to go start my time and screw everything up. So yeah, literally this is what is going on. I'm parked right in front of the Bedford Park sign, literally going 0.8 miles down that way, and I am, if you can see in the mirror there, parked right on the side of this road. And the way people drive down this road, I'm surprised that I haven't gotten sideswiped. Whoa! That I haven't gotten sideswiped. So, yeah. But there's this place here. But I gotta go straight down there, 0.8 miles on the right, to pull into this place. And I'm not sure if I can get away with throwing on my hazards and driving at 4 miles an hour and try not to hit that 5-mile mark and make it down there without causing a bunch of problems with traffic. It might be just slim enough on traffic where I might be able to do it. But if I can get down there without starting my time and get up there and check in early. Maybe I can get loaded early and start my pre-trip time and be ready to go. Problem is, you never know how long these places are going to take to load you. Some of these places are really quick. They get you out of there in like 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half at best, and some of those places are really good at loading you really quick. But then you got these places that take forever to load you, and you've started your 14-hour clock. I'm only about 5.5 hours, 6 hours at best from getting back to Ankeny, and I'm not sure if they're going to tell me to bring this to the yard, or if they're going to have me bring this to drop it. But it's not due till tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're probably going to have me drop it at the yard, and they're probably going to give me most likely a Trotwood load, and so I don't know. I have no idea what I could wind up with. Things have been really weird lately with loads, and I just don't know what to expect. And like one of my buddies that basically drives for Anderson Windows, but he gets all his freight through Highwayman mail, and he works pretty much the same schedule as me, and he's getting consistently a lot more miles than me. And he has to go to Grimes, Iowa to get his truck right down the street, literally like not even half a block down the street from where Alan Ritchie is, where I hauled mail out of. We both worked at Alan Ritchie together. We even were co-drivers a couple of times on a couple of runs, and he's a good guy. His first name is Dale, and a lot of people who, if anybody knows Dale, if anybody knows me that well, knows who Dale is. He's one of those guys. He's an older driver. He yells a lot, complains a lot and stuff. So, there's a guy walking. This must be the guy that is parked right behind me. He must have walked it. So, he's holding his phone. He must have walked down there to wherever. I mean, there's more than one place. There's several businesses that take trucks down here, but these places don't have a lot of room for trucks just to be coming in there and waiting. It was pretty much a shit show. Last time I showed up, there was trucks just constantly showing up looking for a place to park, and they were sending everybody down to this big old gravel lot a mile down the road, taking their phone numbers and said, we'll call you when we're ready for you to give you a door. And so we went down there, and I think me and the girls waited for 2 hours, and I think this is the place where my daughter Gabrielle threw out my hammer, my snips, and Elena's Mia stuffed animal, and who knows what else that I haven't even figured out that I'm missing yet. That she likes to randomly throw things out the windows and think it's funny. She's 6 years old. She's autistic. Actually, she's 7. Sorry, she's 7. So that's one of the things I always gotta watch out for before I take off. I've got to look around the outside of the truck if I've been laying down and haven't been paying attention and they've been up front, they have this thing with putting the windows down and being crazy up here, playing with all the buttons and stuff up here, and I've always got to really look stuff over before I take off to make sure that they haven't hit something up here to cause a problem. But it's all part of having your daughters with you on the truck, and it's a good experience for them. And I'll probably bring just Gabby next week, and then bring Elena the week after that, and then I'll bring both of them the week right before they start school. And then I won't have to worry about bringing them on the truck until at least, I don't know about Thanksgiving, but at least Christmas time, the week of Christmas. Hold on. I try not to do this on camera. Doesn't appear anybody's watching, but you guys are going to catch this on the replay. Try not to blow my nose on camera and stuff like that. It is what it is. Yeah, I'm supposed to be there at 1400, 2 o'clock. Just barely after 10. I don't want to risk my time. When it gets up, I'll probably sit here till noon, and when it gets to be about noon, then go down there. Then I'm just 2 hours early, and then if I get shoot down the road, hopefully they'll call me to the dock about the time I'm supposed to, and they'll get me loaded before I really start ticking down on my 14, because I'd like to have about 5.5, 6 hours. Hey, there's one person on the live feed. Wonder who that might be. Howdy, good morning. So I talked about a lot of things, so you'll have to go back and catch this on the replay. But I'm literally parked right in front of the sign for Bedford Park, Illinois. I'm in the Chicago area, and I'm literally parked on the side of the road here and contemplating whether I want to drive 0.8 miles straight that way, and I don't want to start my time. I don't got to be there till 1400, 2 o'clock, and it's 10:15. And you know, I could throw on my hazards and drive 4 miles an hour up to it and just piss everybody off, and it'll be worth it if they'll take me early and load me early and get me out of there early. But if I get shooed away and they tell me to come back at 2, and I've have to start my time just to go down to the place where I gotta get gotta wait until they call me to come back to give me a dock, then it's going to screw up my whole clock. The 14-hour clock's going to start ticking. And I have no idea if there is a plan in place. Recycle my screen. Nope, there. If he's got another plan for load, I have no idea. Sometimes he waits to look for a load until he knows I've gotten loaded, because You just never know what to expect from some of these places, and whether or not you're going to get held up for 4 or 5 hours. That's the other fear, is if I do get a dock and I stay at the dock for several hours, and if I accidentally start my time, it's really going to screw my clock up for doing my next load after this. So I don't know. Should I give her a whirl? Should I wait till at least noon, so I'm only 2 hours early? Or at least 11? Ugh. It's a hard thing to decide. So I have no idea. But this load doesn't need to be, they want a van or a reefer. I don't have to set the reefer. Sounds like a pre-stone Trilec. Whatever I'm hauling does not have to be refrigerated, so sounds like antifreeze, but maybe not. Sometimes places have similar sounding names as something, and it has nothing to do with food or anything that needs to be refrigerated. Sometimes it's just, or has nothing to do with what it sounds like. It may not be antifreeze or coolant or anything even close to that. It could be something completely different. So you just never know. The names of stuff can be misleading, and sometimes the name they put on here is not the name that's on the building, and you got to look at the address, and if it's the right address, then that's where you show up to. I've had it to where the names are wildly different from what's on the building. So he puts on there, the dispatcher puts on there what's on the thing that he gets, and he doesn't always know that it's a different name. I mean, sometimes I show up to a place that has a really weird name, and that winds up being a cold storage, something with sometimes it's a sometimes it's a Hormel plant, sometimes it's a I'm trying to remember. Like sometimes Iowa Cold, or like if he puts on there, there's a place over in Des Moines, over on the east side, just over on the other side of Pleasant Hill, off of Vandalia Road, called Crossroads, and they'll put Crossroads on there, but it is one of the chains of trying to remember, of Iowa Cold and stuff. We go pick up out at Altoona. We pick out there at it's basically the east side of Des Moines, out there at Vandalia, Iowa. We pick up at a place kind of over off of 14th Street, kind of off of Madison, and we pick up at Burke Foods in Nevada, Iowa. Is some of our biggest places that Midwest Viking picks up at for cold storage like stuff. And Burke Foods is got a lot of like pizza ingredients, frozen toppings for pizza and sauce and things like that, that we'll get a Burke Foods load, and you could be showing up to a pizza joint place that specializes in making pizza, or you could show up at a cold storage place that normally gets meat, but they might receive that product, and you just never know. where that stuff could be going. All types of places order different things from Burke Foods. So, I don't know. Well, I'm going to jump off here and I'm going to contemplate whether I'm going to drive down this road. Thinking about trying it. Thinking about trying to do it on camera. Maybe I should. Set the camera like this. 0.8 miles. It has to be down about where that light is down there, which you may or may not be able to see. I'm gonna give her a whirl. What's the worst that can happen? Wait for some cars to clear. Got a dump truck coming. This place is just busy enough. This road. What I don't want to do is set off my drive time. 0.8 miles down the road. And this is the side of the road that is not this is too slow. Need to do like 4 miles an hour. I need to try not to hit 5. Stay here on the right. This is stupid. Come on. Why am I losing power? I'm on flat ground. Maintain that 4 miles an hour. Having to do stuff like this is retarded. But sometimes you have no choice but to do stuff like this. Come on. And my thing that says whether how close I am has not. Come on. Why can't I just maintain 4 miles an hour? This road's got bumps and stuff in it. I am empty. I should not have any problems maintaining 4 miles an hour. On flat ground. There, now it says 0.7. Alright, well I really haven't caused any real havoc with traffic, so it's a good thing. Why is this thing being stupid? Trying to keep it at maintain that 4 miles an hour, but I keep having something. I think it's these little things on the sides of the road that are slowing me down. Why am I getting slowed down on nothing? The truck just all of a sudden wants to slow down on nothing. There's nothing to slow me down. Absolutely nothing. So trying to maintain 4 miles an hour without hitting 5. Why does this truck just want to lose power out of nowhere? It shouldn't do that. It should just coast. Normally you can do this crap with no problem, but this thing is there. See, this is a Lineage. What is their address? Lineage is one of those places that a lot of times they have a different name. Why am I losing speed? The truck just kind of all of a sudden like it loses a gear or something. I am empty. I should have no problem. What is the address of this stupid place? There's no address on the building here. But I think this is where I showed up to. And it's saying the place I need to go to is 0.6 miles up the road. Alright, well that's where I went to last time, was Lineage. 6901, address on the other corner. Come on, you stupid truck. Just maintain 4 miles an hour. Stop losing power for no dang reason. There's like no reason for this truck to lose power like that. Should just coast. Just like this. Should be able to maintain this without, shouldn't have to move my foot or anything. And there goes probably another number calling me for that. The Trump administration has changed the Medicare. And they call you from several different phone numbers. So you start blocking numbers. You'll be blocking numbers every day, several numbers a day. They just keep calling you from different numbers. Come on, you stupid truck. Just maintain 4. Stop losing power and stop jumping up. I should have probably waited. Come on. This is a major pain in the butt. Try to keep it at 4 miles an hour. This is gonna set off my drive time. Just keep doing this. I don't have that far to really go. There's no way I'm going 5 miles an hour, but it keeps jumping up to the 5 mile an hour mark. And that's 5 miles an hour is where it will set off my drive time. There's no way. I've got to be going like 3 miles an hour, but it keeps losing power and dropping down. Come on, stop. stupid truck. There you go. 4 mi. No, not 5. I'm not going. There's no way I'm going 5 miles an hour. This stupid thing. And we got some idiot with his hazards light on right there in my path that's going to be in my way. There's no friggin' way I'm going 5 miles an hour. Keeps jumping up to 5 miles an hour when I'm almost at a stop. And there's a car up here with its hazard light on right in my path. Okay, 0.3 miles. So wherever I'm going, I'm almost there. It's supposed to be on my right. I drove past all this last night and I did not see the place. So apparently I'm not going to that lineage where I went to before. That guy left, so he was parked right about where I'm at now. 0.2, so that's one of these driveways here. Still haven't set off my drive time yet. That's good. All right. This address is 6765. Nope, we're about to be down to one lane, and now that's where I'm going to start pissing people off. Get down there. Haven't set off my drive time though yet. Hasn't switched over. Stupid thing. You can't just hold your foot in one spot because all these little cracks and all these little divots and stuff in the road are making the truck lose power. Now I can tell this was a bad decision on my part. I should have just waited for my time and then gone. So, but I think I see, yep, I see where I'm supposed to go. Trilec. Alright, right there. Okay, is that where the trucks go? Better pay attention before I... Okay, why is this car following me like that? Okay, warehouse, shipping and receiving. Alright. This is a tight road. I expect trucks to come down this road. At least I'm off the main road here. Alright, I'm gonna throw my hazards back on. Alright. Well, maybe this was a good idea. I wish I would have known this. Maybe I could have parked down here. But it says, I don't know. I might have been able to get away with parking here last night. Haven't set off my drive time yet though, so cool. Alrighty. That's a good thing that I at least have got that going for me. Even though this might have been a stupid decision on my part. But you do what you gotta do. I probably don't want to go too much further because I don't know if I can go in here yet. So, alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay back to give trucks room to come in and out. And I'm going to go on foot. And I'm going to go on foot. I'm going to put my safety vest on, grab my tablet. I'm going to run in over here and get checked in. And with any luck, they'll give me a door right away and load me. And if that's the case, I can get going and I can be back to Des Moines before they go home at Midwest Viking and can get my next marching orders. And you know, it'll be good. My tablet's only at 3%. What, 12%. This thing's been plugged in. It's about time to get a new cord. So, alright, I'm gonna go in here and check this out. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the live feed and go in here and see what's what. And maybe I'll be back on it a little bit, maybe I won't. But if anything, I need to go see if they at least have a bathroom that I can use. So that was the main reason why I pushed to do this. Having to use the bathroom is a powerful force to make you want to do something. So, alright, catch you next video, whether that's in a little bit later, in a few minutes, or whether it's a day or two from now, whenever I decide to hop back on. So thanks guys, catch you later, next video, whenever that is.